everyone. Jennifer Nickerson here for Drew Pearson Live Game Day Hail Mary Hero. We are at Firehouse Gastro Park with owner Jason Smith. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for today's story. Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Nickerson here with Assistant Chief Anthony Hogan and Michael Loya. Our Hail Mary Hero segment today is one that is unbelievable. It's going to bring tears to your eyes and it's going to move your heart. So, Michael, let's just start and tell us what was happening, where were you going, and let's just get straight into it.
Well, it was a typical Wednesday, middle of the week. Spent all day working. Of course, it was August in Texas. It's a hot day. Driving home, I was on the expressway in North Fort Worth, heading towards where I live in Haslett, where the highway splits, and it just took a second, and I guess, I might have not seen my exit, and I hit the median in the middle, and my truck just, I don't really remember everything that happened when it hit, but I remember it was a different scene when I opened my eyes up because there was smoke, and this guy was telling me, hey, we got to get you out of your truck. And I was trying to figure out what just happened. And it was, it slowly started coming to me, okay, I've been in a wreck. It didn't take long. This guy pulled me out of the truck and an explosion happened, So it was like, okay, still kind of fumbling around trying to figure out what happened. This guy, I don't think anybody could have done what this guy did as far as getting me out of that vehicle. Would have took somebody with some strength, some upper body strength like this guy has, but I think God was there with us on that day because I can't figure out exactly what the reason for all this was, but I know there's a reason for it, and there's not many people that give praise to officers, especially when they're off duty. This guy ran to a burning truck, didn't have to, he came up to a burning truck and pulled me out knowing there's all these different elements that could happen in a bad way. I don't know what was going on through your head, really. I don't know.
Yeah, let's start with you now. And what were you doing when this happened and when you came up to his car?
I was actually on the way home, taking the same direction that he was going. Just driving normally like we normally do on the express lane. And when I looked up, I saw his truck hit the center kind of divider.
So you're driving behind him?
Yeah, I'm about 200 yards behind him. And then when he hit the center divider, his truck kind of went straight up in the air, and then when it landed is when it caught on fire.
And did it land, how did it land?
It kind of landed sideways. In fact, you can still see the burn marks that are left there now, and I'm sure they're in the process of repairing it.
So your thought process, you're driving, you see this, and there's not even probably a second, your go-to reaction
Yeah, I
was,
just turned I drive a take-home squad car and turned my overheads on, and I ran to the side of the car, and I could tell that he was still alive because he was moaning a little bit. The truck was crushed, so I couldn't open the door. So I could start seeing the flames. I remember laughing to myself, looking at the back of the welding truck where all the welding tanks were at, and the flames. Like, oh, yeah, that's a smart decision. So I started yanking on him out of the window, and every time I pulled, he kind of moaned. So I knew it caused pain, but I think I told him, I said, we've got to go.
Yeah.
This thing's going to blow up. So I was able to get him out through the window and then kind of carry him back to where my car was at.
Wow, so by that time, was the ambulance there?
Oh, no, it was just us two.
Just us two on that bridge, where there usually is back bumper to bumper traffic. Everybody trying to go home. I didn't even know this guy lives in my neighborhood. I mean, we're going the same way. It's very, very strange. If it weren't for him and what was the lady going to Winstar's name? Judy, and then the other officer, off-duty officer. If it weren't for these are all people that on a daily help people. There's 2 off-duty officers and a retired nurse, and people don't.
Wow.
They didn't have. Maybe they did it because they do it on a daily. That's just, that's what they do. And they don't matter if they're clocked in or out. I mean, these guys deserve to be recognized for what they do on a daily, by everybody, and we should appreciate them because without them, then I wouldn't be here. My wife wouldn't have me or my son, or it's just a lot. There's a lot to take in on my part, and I really do appreciate this guy a lot.
Well, what has changed for you in your thoughts about life, your family? I heard earlier you're talking about, faith, family.
I've got to thank God first of all for all this. You know, he plays a big part in my life. He opened my eyes that day, and he's trying to tell me something. I'm listening. I'm looking, and I'm waiting, and my faith in God if anything, has gotten deeper. I do believe that something good's going to come out of this. Get the word out. You know, there's a lot of good people. We shouldn't be hating, or we shouldn't be, talking about, look what's going on. We should be doing what this guy did, going out and saving or helping and
people.
not just, assuming. That's all I've really got. I don't want to get too far into it because I get a little emotional.
Yeah, no,
it's deep. It's
absolutely
a lot.
life-changing.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. Life-changing.
Now, this is normal behavior for you to help people, but a situation like this, off duty, something like that, maybe is not as normal just because you're probably not running into cars that are about to blow up all the time.
No.
But what has that situation done? What has this done for you?
To be completely honest, I don't think it's anything that I know I was in the right spot at the right time. That's the only difference between me and any other person out there, is that I was in the right spot at the right time. I know that, thousands and thousands of officers would have done the exact same thing that I did. I mean, that I did that day. I don't think anything different. I was just in the right spot at the right time.
Well, and as you say that, there's a lot of other people that could be at the right spot at the right time and keep on going, call 911, and by the time an ambulance got there, it might have been too late. So the fact that you're proactive about it for yourself, that is different, because not everybody would stop and take the time to do that. They just call and keep going. It's really obviously commendable, but that's not enough of a word to say thank you.
I don't know. Like he said, I think, for whatever reason, we were the only two on that road. I'll never know, why his son, who rides home every day with him, wasn't in the car.
Wow.
I won't know. I mean, we won't know. There's just a lot of different things. For some reason, we were put in the same spot at the same time, within 30 seconds or so apart from each other. So,
yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm still trying to figure that one out, Anthony. I mean, this guy's like, it's my angel, he's my savior, or not my savior, he's my hero is what he is.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
It's something big, I feel like I owe him, like I do owe you, man. I told you if you need something welded, I'd help you out.
But it's also a pay it forward thing, which it sounds like from the little I've spoken with you, you are the kind of person that does do things like that for people that are hurting, if not more now.
Definitely. I've always been the guy that if I see somebody broke down, or my dad's taught me to be like that, you help people out, because you'll be that person, you never know when you'll be that person, and then you'll need help. So yeah, I believe in that. Pay it forward all the way. I know if I seen somebody hurting or a car wreck or something like that, I'm going to think about the situation I've been in with this guy, and definitely going to push forward to help instead of just being a bystander, pulling out a camera and, sharing. That's not what life's about.
Well, and the principle of just putting yourself aside and helping not just a family member, not just a friend, someone that you already love, but he didn't know you. And
total strangers.
Who knows how, especially with this time, who knows how you could have responded. He doesn't know how you feel right now about what's going on in the world. So there was faith on your part to hope for the best, and you're helpless and
absolutely
getting helped. But we want to know where's your health at right now, and you're obviously in a brace.
My spirits are 100% great. I'm doing good. My body's good. I have a broken ankle. For what the truck looked like, I'm doing really good. I got a few more weeks, and I'm going to be back at work, hopefully. It's amazing that I made it out the way. I didn't have a scratch on me. It was a little bit of internal problems, nothing needed, any attention to, but just my foot, my ankle. It's where I had my foot sitting, is where the tire came in through the truck. So that's how that got busted. But other than that, I'm great. Ready to get back to doing something. I'm done with the sitting at home healing,
Yeah.
But
well, let's do this. Let's end with this. With where the world's at, and you being a police officer, and you being one that was helped by a police officer, not just EMT.
Right.
Let's end with if there's anything you want to leave with people watching on behalf of policemen right now, and then on behalf of someone that was helped by a policeman. What do you want to tell people?
I
want y'all to know that we all live in the same community. We all have the same problems, same issues, and we all get hungry. We shouldn't be such strangers to each other. We should all help each other out. And when you do that, you get blessed in a way that you just don't understand. Just do it. Help each other out. Be a part of the community and not just about yourself. That's all I got to say. This guy just opened my eyes up a lot about that. We should all do the same. We should all be very grateful for the people that are out there serving, people that are out there taking care of us. When we call for help and show up, this guy, we need to be very thankful for that. We should all give a lot of praise for these guys and women, all of them out there. That's what I feel I need to say.
Yeah, I love that so much. What about you? What do you have to say? What do you want people to think right now and know that it's getting mixed up right now?
Probably take a look at who's around you, and you're never going to know who the person is next to you. But taking care of each other and communicating. I think we've kind of lost track of how we communicate with one another. Unfortunately, I think that we allow others to guide us in the past. That's probably not the best. But every day, if we just take, every time you meet someone, if you treat them like you want to be treated, like the saying goes, I think that it works out for the best. There's men and women in law enforcement. I think there's 822,000, give or take or so, of us in the United States, and they're all doing the same thing I did, and they're going to calls every day, and they're doing their best.
Wow. Well, that is our Hail Mary Hero segment today for Drew Pearson Live's Game Day. So I hope that this story's inspired you as much as it's inspired me. And take a look at your life. What can you change for the better, and who can you help around you? Have a good day.